Hello my friends, I hope you're having a lovely April 22nd/23rd, and for today's video we're going to talk about some Nintendo Labo VR kit news. The VR kit released recently, and it seems a lot of people are having trouble finding it at retail, which means perhaps Nintendo underestimated demand. That's a good problem to have, but those who did find the kit are enjoying the Toy-Con that comes with it and the VR experiences on the software as well. And then as far as other software that supports Nintendo Labo VR, we have Super Mario Odyssey and The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild getting an update later this week. But that's it, that's the only official software so far announced to support the VR kit. But today, there was a third party who announced that they actually have some interest and might be adding VR support for their game on the Switch. Japanese developer Tricore recently said that they're bringing their horror visual novel You-Oni Rises to the Switch. You-Oni Rises is about an elementary school student who hears a ghost story while at school. Obviously it's going to be a spooky game. It takes place in the 90s, so it's got a whole 90s vibe to it. Looks kind of interesting if you're into visual novels. This game on PC supports VR, and when the game was originally announced for Switch, they said obviously it's not going to support VR, but now we have the Nintendo Labo VR kit. So Tricore has said publicly that they are considering adding in VR support for the Switch version. I really like this idea because this wouldn't be a shoot-in VR experience. The developers wanted VR for the PC version, so it makes sense in the Switch version. I also think it's really cool that the developer is considering the Labo kit a viable platform for VR on the Switch. So I have Nintendo Labo VR, I'm all about other games using it, and I think it's really cool that we already have a third-party developer considering adding in support. Entropy on Go Nintendo says, and they should look into it. Third parties and indies alike should give VR a go. It would be really interesting to see what third parties and especially indies would do with Nintendo Labo VR. I guess Nintendo is open to the idea of third parties using it or supporting it because we've seen other companies support various Toy-Cons that were released through Nintendo Labo. So why not the VR kit? Makes perfect sense. So again, if there's other games out there that already support VR on other platforms, perhaps it is worth looking into to see if VR kit could work. A lot of people said VR wouldn't work on the Switch, and Nintendo did some really impressive stuff. So I'm sure some games it just wouldn't be viable for due to hardware power and stuff like that, but there will be other experiences and games where yeah, it might make sense. So I just like the whole experimentation idea of Nintendo Labo VR, especially when it comes to the Toy-Con Garage and stuff like that. So I would like to see other third parties experiment and see what they could do, whether it be a supplemental experience or just adding in VR for the full game where it's already available on other platforms. Alright gang, that's the video for today. There's actually going to be two videos today because I'm working on a SteamWorld Quest review, and I'm going to do something video related for it. I don't know if it's going to be a gameplay video or a video review or perhaps some sort of special video for Twitter. I'm not sure yet, but there will be video content, so I got to go work on that. As for you, thanks for watching, liking, subscribing, and commenting. It's very much appreciated, and I'll be back with something, so I will see you shortly. Until then, have a lovely day and a lovely evening, and I'll see you in a few short hours.